Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. I have a fun, sweet card using this adorable snowman set. It is called Birthday Cool, and we'll be using a variety of different supplies. But the main thing that I want to talk about is using seasonal pattern paper off season, if you will. So this particular pattern paper is called Bizzy Bees. I actually just got it in a delivery from Whimsy and I'm in love with it. But I saw the blue and the pink pattern paper with the hearts, and I just knew that that is what I wanted to pair with this adorable little snowman image. Now again, the snowman stamp set is called Birthday Cool. The pattern paper pack is Bizzy, B-I-Z-Z-Y, Bizzy Bees. And then we have the pierced and stitched circle dies that I'll be using, as well as the sprinkle scallop rectangle dies. And you already saw me use the diagonal dots embossing folder. I'll also be using the brand new Quick Stack 1 die set. So a lot of auditioning, if you will, because I had to figure out exactly which pattern papers that I wanted to coordinate with the hearts. I knew I wanted to use the hearts. Then I found the pink and I found the blue, and I knew that I wanted to pair them up. And I wanted to make black the neutral. Obviously white is the neutral as well, but I wanted there to be a pop of black because we're using black ink. So that's why I ran those strips of black paper through the diagonal dots embossing folder. And I will be using those as a kind of a bridge or a threshold to bring the pink and the blue pattern papers together. But before we get there, obviously I'm coloring up this adorable guy using my Olos. I have again auditioned my different markers to find the ones that would coordinate best with this pattern paper. And I made the hearts a little bit deeper red so that they would kind of pop off the white snowman. But the base color that I used for the snowman or for the hearts is the same as I'm using for the hat. And those colors, the two that I'm using on the hat, and I'm only using two, not three, those two coordinate really well with the pink in the pattern paper. So I just added a couple deeper ones to make the hearts, and then of course the cardinal is a completely different red, but I wanted him to pop independently of everything else in the image. So I am just using a couple blues again to coordinate with the pattern paper, and I will tie the scarf into the hat by making the pom-pom blue, and then I make the cuffs on the gloves blue as well. The mittens, I guess. The mittens themselves are pink, but the cuffs will be blue. And then we just finish it up by adding some shadow and some dimension to the snowman into the snowbank by using my cool grays. And again, these are Olos. I don't have any of the numbers, but if y'all are interested, I might be able to go back and pull the ones that I used. I could try. If you're really interested, you let me know and I will do my best. I can't make any promises, but I can certainly try. But yeah, he's really easy to color up. I added brown to his, or I will add it. It's not happened yet on screen, but I will add a little bit of brown to his cute little stick arms and his little buttons, and I'll do a little bit of orange on his nose as well as the beak of the cardinal, and then I am done. And I was also auditioning a bunch of circles. I did not show that process only because it became a little tedious, but I was auditioning the circles on the different pattern papers to see how I wanted to layer everything. And yeah, I ended up choosing the smaller of the three circles to go around the snowman image. And then I have a solid pink paper from my stash. You can see it there going through the die cut machine, and that will be behind the image, and then the pattern paper is on the very back. And so that's how I will stack these three. But I didn't want them to eat up the whole card panel. So I brought out that Sprinkles rectangle die again, and I am offsetting those circles and running them through the rectangle die so that I have a nice finished edge on those circles. And I do the same with the circle that the snowman is on, and all those little sprinkled edges, the sprinkle scallop edges, all line up so nicely. Now these two, I'm able to line them back up nicely I just glue the pink onto the pattern paper. The snowman I actually pop up on some foam tape, as you can see, and I add a little bit of that Barely Arts glue to have some wiggle room, but I still don't get it lined up perfectly. And I've said before, I'm no perfectionist, so imperfections don't bother me, but for some, I know that would drive some of you crazy. I think they're close enough, and no one is going to look at, I don't think anyone is going to look at that and say, you're uneven there. You didn't line that up right. Maybe someone would. I don't know. Stranger things, I suppose. But I just feel like it's good enough, and that's good enough for me. So I wanted to add another element of black. So this cute rickrack was just in my stash, actually sitting right here on my desk. And I thought, well, that'll be unusual, but fun, but another fun way to bring in some black. So I added some glue and glued it down to the front, but I didn't want it to move, so I flipped it over to the back and taped it down to the back side so that it wouldn't move. And yeah, I added a little bit more glue underneath the front, or the rickrack on the front again, so that it wouldn't move, so that it would be, permanent once it adheres. And then I added some more foam tape and some more glue for the wiggle room, and lining the circles up with the card panel so that those scalloped sprinkles just line up just right. And then I stamped out the sentiment, flake it till you make it, and I cut it out with the Quick Stack 1 die set. And then I just layered it on some more of that pattern or that black paper that I ran through the embossing folder. And that is my cute little card. Quick and easy. I love the idea of using paper out of season, like Halloween paper, in the midst of summer or whatever. And again, this is the summer paper that I'm using for a winter card. So I think that's really fun. It's a way to stretch our supplies and think outside the box, because we often will look at something, oh, that's specific to whatever. Maybe it's specific to X, but you want to use it for Y. Pull it out, use it for Y, whatever that might be that you want to use it for. So I just encourage you, think outside the box, stretch your supplies, and have a good time. And friends, that is all that I have. I just want to continue to encourage you to do what you want in the craft room. Find that piece, carve out that time to go, and just play. Have a good time. But for now, I am going to tap out. I thank you for joining me and spending time with me. If you are not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Drop me a comment downstairs. Let's have a conversation. And until next time, y'all, this has been Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Mwah. I'm out.